Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at KoreanClass101.com.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So, access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. In this video, we'll see Top 10 hardest words to pronounce. 경찰청, police department. 경찰청, police department. So I think it's because CH sound, like when it's placed next to each other, I think it's going to make the word not easy to pronounce. 경찰청, 경찰청. And it also has 이응, 응 sound at the end of each character. So 경찰청. 경찰청 청창살은 왜 청창살이냐, 쌀청창살이냐, something like that. 경찰청 철창살은 왜 철창살이냐, 쌍철찰상이냐. But you know, like Korean people also have the hard time to read this word correctly when it's in the middle of the sentence. 교통사고가 나서 경찰청에 갔습니다. Which means I had a car accident, so I went to the police department. 계획, plan. 계획, plan. I think when it has double vowel like OE of 획, it's not heck, it has to be 획. That is the one making this word not easy to pronounce. So make sure that you say 계획, not 계획. So with the word you can say 이번 여름에는 제주도에 갈 계획입니다. Which means this summer I have a plan to go to Jeju Island. 과일, fruit. 과일, fruit. This one also has the double vowel, 과. So it's not 가. It should be 과, 과. So with the word you can say 과일을 사러 경찰청 앞에 있는 슈퍼마켓에 갔습니다. Which means I went to a supermarket in front of the police department to buy fruits. 귀여운, cute. 귀여운, cute. It should be 귀, not 기. So 귀여운. So as a slang, we sometimes say 귀여운. Instead of saying 귀, we say 기 to make it sound a little bit more cute. You know, when you talk in a formal situation, you have to make sure that you say 귀, not 기, 귀여운. And if you know the word 귀염둥이, which means darling or cutie, you can say 우리 귀염둥이는 정말 귀엽습니다, which means my darling is very cute. 똑똑한, smart. 똑똑한, smart. So let me give you 3 examples. 똑똑한, 톡톡한. Can you see the differences? For Korean, it sounds totally different between each other. So 똑똑한 has double the sound. So make sure that you read it correctly. You might need to practice a little bit more and say 똑똑한. You cannot say 똑똑한. You cannot say 톡톡한. You have to say 똑똑한. Don't worry if you cannot see the differences yet. You'll master that if you watch Korean pronunciation series. So you can say 내 동생은 매우 똑똑합니다, which means my younger brother is very smart. 맛있다, delicious. 맛있다, delicious. So it's okay because even some Korean people sometimes just by mistake say 맛있다, but actually the correct pronunciation is 맛있다. So you can say 너가 만든 음식은 정말 맛있다. The food that you made are so delicious. You can say 남대문 시장에 가면 맛있는 음식을 쉽게 먹을 수 있습니다. Which means when you go to 남대문 market, you can try delicious food easily. 사람, person. But it should be a little bit softer S sound and say 사람. So it shouldn't be 사람. So with the word you can say 사람이 많은 곳에는 가고 싶지 않습니다. Which means I don't want to go to a crowded place. So crowded place in Korean can be said 사람이 많은 곳, which literally means the place which has a lot of people. And this word can be plural, so you can simply say 저는 똑똑한 사람을 좋아합니다, which means I like smart people. 사랑, love. 사랑, love. The same thing, like you have to say 사랑 with a softer S, not 사랑. And make sure that you pronounce 응 sound correctly. 사랑, not 사랑, 사람, or something else. 사랑. So you can say 저는 사랑하는 사람이 생겼습니다, which means I recently got someone whom I love. And also you can say 사랑하는 사람을 저는 귀염둥이라고 부릅니다, which means I call the someone whom I love as 귀염둥이. 일요일, Sunday. 일요일, Sunday. When the word has the same syllable at the beginning and at the end at the same time, it's not easy to pronounce. For example, 일요일. If you read it syllable by syllable, you can say 일요일. But when you say it as a one word, you have to connect it together and say 일요일. So you can say 일요일에 경찰청에 갔습니다. On Sunday, I went to a police department. Or 일요일에 과일을 사러 슈퍼마켓에 갔습니다, which means on Sunday I went to a supermarket to buy fruits. 철창살, grill bar. 철창살, grill bar. Okay, that would be the hardest word that I also feel like it's not easy for me to pronounce. So 철창살, it also has two CH sounds, so it should be not easy to pronounce. And especially this word, we use the same long phrase to practice it with the 경찰청. So let me try that again. 경찰청 철창살은 왜 철창살이냐, 쌍철찰상이냐. And also we have another way with these words. For example, 중앙철 창살은 쌍철살이고 시청의 창살은 외철살이다. But I can also read it correctly. This is that much hard. So if you want to find the good tongue twister in Korean, this is the word that you can pick. Okay, that's all top 10 hardest words to pronounce. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe. I will see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Korean Weekly Words. In this video, we'll be talking about must-know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. Let's begin. 그건 사실이야. That's true. 그건 사실이야. That's true. 네가 말하는 게 사실이야. What you're saying is true. You can say that 그거 사실이야. Is that true? 그런 것 같아요. I guess so. 그런 것 같아요. I guess so. If you're not 100% sure, but if you feel like that's correct, you can say that 그런 것 같아요. I guess so. 그런 것 같아요. I guess so. 그럼요. Absolutely. 그럼요. Absolutely. So if someone asks you like 오늘 저녁에 같이 갈비 먹으러 갈까? Do you want to have some 갈비 tonight together? For sure, you can say that 그럼요. Meaning I really want to do that. Like absolutely. 어떻게 생각해요? What do you think? 어떻게 생각해요? What do you think? Yeah, that's the question when you want to ask if someone agree or disagree with you. So in that case, you can say 어떻게 생각해요? Or 어떻게 생각해? To mean what do you think? 나는 그게 좋다고 생각해. I think that's good. Or 나는 그거 별로라고 생각해. I don't think that's good. 아마도요. Maybe. 아마도요. Maybe. When you don't have enough information to say yes or no, you can be in the middle by saying 아마도요, maybe. 저는 그렇게 생각하지 않아요. I don't think so. 저는 그렇게 생각하지 않아요. I don't think so. This one has a strong message, so usually Korean people don't use that often. But like when you use this kind of expression, it's better to put the reason why you think like that. So it's better to say 저는 그렇게 생각하지 않아요. 왜냐하면, which means I don't think so because something something. 당연하죠. Of course. 당연하죠. Of course. So for example, if your senior asks you 이 리포트 오늘 밤까지 마무리할 수 있겠어? Which means that do you think you can finish this report by tonight? And you can say that 당연하죠. Of course. 저도 그 말을 하려고 했어요. I was just going to say that. So if your friend says that 오늘 밤에 삼겹살 먹는 거 어때? Why don't we have 삼겹살 tonight? Then you can just say that 저도 그 말을 하려고 했어요. I was just going to say that. 저는 좀 생각이 달라요. I'm afraid I disagree. 저는 좀 생각이 달라요. I'm afraid I disagree. This is also an expression that has a strong message. It's better not to say that often, but if you think you really have to say that you don't agree with someone else's idea, like for example, during the business meeting, you can say that 저는 좀 생각이 달라요. I'm afraid I disagree. 확실해요. No doubt about it. 확실해요. No doubt about it. Here we have the word 확실, which means that, something 100% sure. For example, your senior can ask you, 이 리포트 정확해? Which means that does this report has all the correct information? Then you can say that 확실해요. No doubt about it. Okay, that's all must-know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. If you want to find more expressions like that, visit koreanclass101.com. And I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.
Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at koreanclass101.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui. Welcome back to Korean Weekly Words. In this video, we'll be talking about 10 words for connecting thoughts. Let's begin. 그러고는, then. 그러고는, then. For example, you can say that 어제 그 사람 만났어. 그러고는 헤어졌어. I met the person, then I just broke up. It can be used mostly for daily conversation like spoken Korean. If it is for written Korean, you can say that 그리고 나서 or 그러고 to mean then. 하지만, however. 하지만, however. This word can be used for formal situation or for written Korean. For example, 이 문제는 어렵습니다. 하지만 해결할 수 있습니다. This issue is difficult, however, we can fix it. So if you want to say however with your friends, you can use 근데 or 그렇지만 to mean however. 이거 어려워 보여. 근데 할 수 있어. This issue seems difficult, however, we can fix it for a casual situation. 따라서, therefore. 따라서, therefore. For example, 내일은 더울 겁니다. 따라서 물을 많이 드십시오. Tomorrow will be hot, therefore, make sure to drink a lot of water. But when you talk with your friends or in more general cases, you can use 그러니까 to mean therefore. 또한, also. 또한, also. So for example, when you have a business meeting, you can suggest your idea by saying 이 계획도 생각할 수 있고 또한 이 계획도 생각할 수 있습니다. We can consider this plan or that plan. 반면, on the other hand. 반면, on the other hand. So this word 반면 literally means the other side. So you can use it to mean on the other hand. For example, 저는 스포츠를 좋아합니다. 반면 제 여자친구는 스포츠를 좋아하지 않습니다. I like sports. On the other hand, my girlfriend doesn't like sports. 마찬가지로, likewise. 마찬가지로, likewise. So when someone asks you, 너도 이거 좋아해? Do you also like it? Then you can just say that 마찬가지로, likewise. But if you want to make it sound natural in Korean, you can just make it a little bit longer by saying 나도 마찬가지로 좋아해. 게다가, additionally. So you can use it in a sentence something like 그 사람은 성격도 좋고 게다가 얼굴도 예뻐요. She has a good character. Moreover, she is pretty. 대신, instead. 대신, instead. 대신 means instead. You can say it as in 대신 해줄 수 있어요? Could you do that for me? Or could you do that instead? 마지막으로, finally. 마지막으로, finally. When you finish something, you can just start your paragraph by saying 마지막으로 or 끝으로 to mean finally. So, for example, 마지막으로 저는 이렇게 생각합니다. Finally, this is what I think. 근데, well. 근데, well. When you want to change the subject, when you talk with your friends, you can simply just say 근데. Let's say you talked about your trip to Japan, and then you certainly want to ask your friend like what she's doing this weekend. Then you can just say that 근데 이번 주말에 뭐 해? Well, then what do you do for this weekend? Okay, that's all 10 words for connecting thoughts. If you want to find out more expressions, make sure to visit koreanclass101.com. I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.
Want to improve reading in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 10 ways to practice reading with our lessons and learning program. Let's begin. Number 1. Start a lesson and read along with the lesson notes. With every lesson, you get bonus lesson notes. These give you the lesson in writing, the dialogue, the vocabulary, and the grammar explanations. So, as you listen to a lesson, read along with the lesson notes. By listening and reading along, you hear how each word is pronounced and can easily keep up. Number 2. Read with the Dialogue Study Tool. With the Dialogue Study Tool, you get the line-by-line breakdown of a lesson's conversation. You get the text, the translation, the audio, and, if applicable, the romanization, so you can read and listen to each line individually. To practice your reading, reread and review each line until you master it. Then, move on to the next line. You get this feature in every one of our lessons. Number 3. Read along with the lesson transcript. You also get transcripts with every lesson. These are word-for-word scripts of everything that was said in the lesson and are completely free to access. So use these to read along. Number 4. Download the PDF notes and transcripts. Want to practice reading on your own time? Save the lesson notes and transcripts as PDFs to your device and keep them forever. That way, you can open them up and practice reading at any time. You can also print the PDFs out to keep as physical reading material. Number 5. Practice with extensive reading books. Extensive reading is a learning tactic where you read as many books as possible at a level that's easy for you. And you follow these 2 rules. 1. You skip over words you don't know, and 2. you jump to a new book if the current one is boring. The goal is to help you master reading, vocab, and grammar simply by reading a lot without getting stuck on minor words. You can find extensive reading books from absolute beginner level to advanced. These are simple, one-line per page books, and all of the translations are on the lesson page. Simply look for the extensive reading pathways in the lesson library. You can also download these books as PDFs and print them out. Number 6. Take your time and read slowly. Whether you're reading with the notes, books, or the dialogue tool, be sure to take your time. Read the lines slowly on the first try, just like a child would when they start learning to read. This is so you can get acquainted with every word. Number 7. Then, speed up your reading. Once you've read a line slowly and are familiar with the words, start speeding up. Reread that same line a little bit faster on the second try, and then a little faster on the third try. Doing this will help you read faster. Number 8. Take the reading comprehension video lessons. These lessons are specifically designed to test your reading skills. You're presented with a real-life scenario, such as reading a sign at the train station, and are tested on the words presented on the screen. Don't worry, you get the answer at the end. And translations are available in the dialogue section. Number 9. Get reading assignments from your Premium Plus teacher. You can also get assignments that cover listening, writing, speaking, and even reading from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 10. Get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more reading lessons, then visit our lesson library, and under Category, choose Reading and Writing. You get instant access to all of the pathways and lessons that will help you master all areas of the language, including reading. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. See you next time. Bye! Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.